Well, here we are, Dave Dussault, owner of RIE, Respect is Earned, Mixed Martial Arts League, and my goodness, are you kidding me? What an honor and privilege that the opportunity was open for us to come in and truly meet the man, the myth, the legend. I already know you guys know who he is. If you know mixed martial arts, if you know Jiu Jitsu, this man is a living legend. We're honored to be here. First of all, we appreciate you, Mr. Mario Yamasaki, and you all know who he is. He is absolutely a household name when it comes to mixed martial arts, when it comes to Jiu Jitsu. And Mario, first again, thanks for being with us.
No problem.
And guys, I just want you to hear a little bit about, give me quick background. You were starting to tell me, and I want you to stop because I want everybody to hear. Let it rip.
Okay, I come from Brazil. My father is half Japanese. I'm half Japanese, half Brazilian. And my father owned 14 gyms in Brazil, judo gyms, and we had one of the biggest teams in Brazil. And I started going to the mat when I was 3 years old, so I practically grew up on the mat. And I became a black belt in judo when I was 16 years old. We went to several, nationals, state. We won a lot of, medals. And when I was 16 and a half, almost 17, I met my, Marcelo Bering, my instructor in Jiu Jitsu. And I thought I was a badass in judo. And when I met Marcelo, he just, crushed me. And I couldn't see the light, was just always, tapping. And I started training under him. And he's under, he was training under Rickson Gracie.
Yep.
And after that, me and my brother, we started training together with him. And we started teaching all his private classes, to help him out so he could learn more. And unfortunately, after several years, he died. And I came here and I opened my gym, in 1994. And it was the first jiu-jitsu gym in the Washington metropolitan area. And we've been here since. Now we have 9 gyms in the area here, plus several gyms all over, the Sweden, Amsterdam, Brazil, Dominican Republic, and so on.
And so you're a black belt multiple times over.
Yep.
What is that for people at home? Talk to us detail about that. To get a real black belt, not just someone who says, "Hey, congratulations, here's a gift." Talk to us about that.
Yeah, we have a policy in the Yamasaki Academy. We don't sell belts. We don't give as a gift belt. You have to earn your belt. So for us, Jiu Jitsu is like college. You need to take from start to finish, and it takes usually if you train regularly 7 to 10 years to get your black belt in Jiu Jitsu.
The proper way.
The proper way.
It's amazing you hear these things. Come get a black belt in a year and a half, 2 years, exactly, huh?
That's nonsense.
Wow.
And also, my father and my uncle went to 4 Olympic Games as a referee in judo, and my cousin competed in Barcelona in 1992.
So you hear the credibility when it comes to on the mat. Well, let's talk about the other end, because we have the honor and privilege this weekend, 2 days from now, and I know you're going to be watching this video. You still have a day and a half to make sure you're at this event. We have the living legend coming down to Harrisonburg, Virginia, guys. He does not do shows like this. We can only fit a certain amount of people in. He is blessing us with his presence, and my goodness, are we honored. How long you been reffing, first of all?
Well, I started in Brazil around 1996.
Okay.
When I used to travel over there, and we used to have events. I used to bring, people from here to fight in Brazil, and me and my brother always ref over there. And then I came to, I took some fighters from UFC to Brazil to fight there. I took Dan Severn, Brian Johnston, and Geza. They're all old timers.
Sure.
Gary Goodridge. And after I met them, I went to the UFC Ultimate 96, and I met the former owner of UFC, Bob Meyritz. That used to be a FEG. And then I was responsible to take the UFC to Brazil in 1998. When I took them to Brazil, that's when I met John McCarthy. I met everybody that was working on the UFC. And on the way back, I asked John. I said, why you the only referee on the MMA, on the UFC? He said, well, actually, we're looking for somebody. And I said,
there you go. One person. Very good. That's cool. So you've been with the UFC for how long? Since 98 then?
Well, my first UFC, my first UFC was UFC 20th.
Okay.
and I believe that was 1999.
Okay.
And then from there, I never stopped.
How many matches and events have you done for the UFC?
I have.
You have no idea, do you?
No idea.
Best fight you ever refereed?
Well, the most popular fight I think was Brock Lesnar's and Randy Couture.
Exactly. Which
But
was how long ago?
Was you know?
It's a few months ago, guys. The fight of the year, the fight, in my opinion, that was one of the most anticipated fights. The UFC, Dana White, the Fertitta, they called Mario Yamasaki, Lesnar, Couture. Are you kidding me? We have him in Harrisonburg, Virginia. It's hard to get a household name when it comes to referees, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is the #1 household name.
Luckily, it's my backyard here, so it's easy for me to go there, and it's a pleasure. I appreciate it.
But here's the other thing is, too, I'm working very hard because this is the man I truly respect, because I know not just in the cage what he does. I've studied up a lot on him, on his integrity and his mindset and his purity of purpose and his word is his body. I just absolutely respect. I look around the school, some of the greatest next generation of jiu-jitsu, and I saw some stand-up back there. It's phenomenal. He's going to be definitely refereeing us for a lot of upcoming events as well. I'm trying to work on him for April 30th in Philadelphia. We'll talk off camera on that. But ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He'll be down there 2 days. Get your tickets. Mr. Mario Yamasaki. Thank you, sir, for being with us.
I'll see you guys there on Saturday.
All right. All right, guys, we're here at the Yamasaki School. You heard he's opened up 9 schools now, and talk about some of the best teaching. I'm just going to have Mario explain to us the different sections, who's here, some of his teachers, and kind of just walk us through. I'm going to shut up. You're the expert.
Okay, follow me here. We have, on this side, we have the mat. This is we're doing some jiu-jitsu classes, and it's an advanced class. And on the right side, we have the cage. And
who's doing the teaching?
Oh, Neto is one of my partners, Francisco Neto.
And he's a black belt?
He's a black belt under us.
Okay, cool.
And my brother also teaches over here. Okay. And on the MMA side, we have a cage. And we have Kenny Florian here. He came and visited us for a couple of days. So we're training some. Kenny Florian is here.
And he's got a fight coming up?
He's going to fight, yes. He's going to fight BJ Penn for the title.
BJ Penn
yes.
Here with you training some of your
Yes, sir.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And you have a bunch of pros that are excited to move forward, and a bunch
of
next generation, right?
Yes.
Cool.
We're building right now the MMA crew just to have everybody fighting professionally.
Phenomenal. And
then over here we have Thai boxing and capoeira. Today is only Thai boxing. Usually we have capoeira together. And Sergio is the instructor of Thai boxing. So here we're training our stand-up guys. And then we have the cage there and the jiu-jitsu, so we have all the best of the world.
And each of your schools, they have the same setting across the board with the same setup almost?
Well, most of the schools, not all of them, because this is the main school. So we like to bring everybody here so everybody trains with everybody. Sure. But most of the schools have Thai boxing and jiu-jitsu. And then we have MMA.
How often are you here?
I'm here 3 times a week. And then I go around the other, 2 times a week, I go around the other schools.
Very good. And let me say this in closing. An entrepreneur, there's no reciprocation here, but I'm telling you, with what I've walked through, the edification of this place and the teaching and the mindset, if you are hungry in the DC area for MMA, for stand-up, as you say, and also for the jiu-jitsu, there's no better place. Thanks again, sir.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Bye-bye.